Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at XRP, doing a complete high time frame and short term technical and structural analysis, focusing on the facts, the data, and of course the relevant price action. No hype, no BS, no emotion, pure raw TA. By the end of today's video, you will have a detailed understanding of the key levels to be looking out for, what the short-term and high time frame price action is doing, and of course, the next relevant moves. If you are interested in more objective analysis, you can join us on Telegram. It is the third link down below. You will get access to charts, updates, videos, educational posts, news events, and everything you need to stay in the loop of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and the relevant economic news. If you are interested in trading, you can join our VIP group. We post trading setups with exact entries, exact targets, and exact stop losses, trade justification, and exclusive analysis. Not only will you get access to this group of over 600 members, you will also get access to our group chats, our general chat, our trading chart and education chat, our trade setup chat, our news, our help, and our daily video chat. If you're interested in more information, head over to the free channel, click the pinned comment, and you can find it all over there. Now, before we get into it, head over to our main channel and subscribe over here. We do daily Bitcoin videos. Let's dive right into the video. So XRP, one of the most popular coins on the market, and I understand why it's very popular. Personally, I do not hold any XRP. Again, this video is not a shilling video. This video is not to tell you whether or not you should invest in XRP. This video is an objective outlook with no bias on what is happening based on the charts and the data available. We're not going to be taking a look at speculative news events. We're not going to be taking a look at future events that could impact the price action. We're simply taking a look at the data and the charts. So what is XRP doing on the short term, and what is XRP doing on the high time frame? What are the key levels you should be watching for? And of course, what are these price projections based on these structural levels? So let's first and foremost go to the high time frame and identify the most important structural levels you should be watching out for. So, by no surprise, XRP is in a strong uptrend. It's very, very clear. Our uptrending trend line is represented by this diagonal trend line. This represents the trajectory of price action, which XRP has now been in ever since creating this low point right over here in January 2023. In fact, this low point was a double bottom retest of a major area of consolidation in which we consolidated for around about 12 months back in 2019. We can show you over here. This is our 2019 consolidation. It was about a 12-month consolidation, and you can see that neckline of resistance actually acted as both a bullish trigger point and a high time frame resistance for quite some time. We came all the way back down and double bottomed on this level, resulting in again a nice strong uptrend formation ever since. That uptrend formation is now represented by this diagonal trend line. So first and foremost, from a diagonal perspective, from a trend-based perspective, this is going to be a very critical level to be watching for not only retests in the future for potential bounces and continuations, but most importantly, potential losses of structural trend or structural integrity. Meaning, if at any point XRP closes a daily candle below this trend line, that could actually shift the overall trajectory of price action toward the downside once more. This may happen, this may not happen. Uptrends on high timeframes can last very, very long periods of time, particularly when we're moving into a possible bull run in a couple of months. We could potentially see this trend hold for a very long time. However, we do have to be aware of possibilities when trading. And if we do see this level break at some point, that should be a warning sign that the overall uptrend for XRP has been momentarily lost, and we could see a correction toward the downside if that is the case. Number two, we have our high time frame levels of resistances and supports. Let's go ahead and draw those in. So first and foremost, we have a very major support level sitting at around 47 cents. You can see, in fact, this level was a resistance back in 2019, and more importantly, we found support for about a 2 or 3 week period in 2023 between August and October before continuing on this impulse back upwards. According to the VRPV, we can also see we have a nice spike here in the VRPV, indicating this horizontal range is a range of high historical orders, meaning it's an area of support. support. So we do have a strong support at 47 cents. That area is acting as a confluence point at the moment between the uptrending diagonal trend line and this horizontal support level, meaning we are technically now in a uptrend, a weekly uptrend, while we remain above 47 cents. On the high time frame perspective, we do have a major resistance sitting right above us, which is sitting on that weekly high. The weekly high, which is at 73 cents. Again, we are currently retesting that on the current weekly candle and will remain as resistance until that level breaks. If we are able to break above that level, that is when we are looking for continuations to these high points, potentially as high as $1. So on the high time frame, we are in an overall uptrend. The uptrend will likely continue until we break down from the uptrending support of the 47 cent range. At the moment, XRP is pushing into a high time frame resistance at 74 cents. Therefore, on the short term, we could potentially start to see some pullbacks occur. We'll jump into the short term in a second. If we happen to see 74 cents break, we do expect a macro continuation upwards for XRP to retest the zone between 93 cents and $1. If $1 breaks, well, then we are going to see the price continue upwards. That is our macro outlook for XRP. From a technical perspective, at the moment, we are seeing some relatively good signs. We are seeing the 50 EMA is acting again as a trigger point, telling us we are in an uptrend. The price is nice and above the 50 EMA. It is actually quite high from the 50 EMA, representing a surge of volatility. If we take a look at our Gaussian channel, we can see the price is clearly broken above the Gaussian channel, signifying we are in a overall weekly uptrend, which again is a good sign. And the overall Ichimoku cloud, we are above the clouds. We're actually breaking above this the baseline, and we've already broken above the conversion line, signifying overall strength. So from a technical perspective on the weekly, we are looking strong. From a structural perspective, we are looking strong. However, we are now challenging resistance. So let's go down to a short time frame chart and discuss what the next likely move is based on this high time frame structural data. So starting over here, let's go down to a 12-hour chart. Actually, let's go down to a 4-hour chart. This is the current short-term price action. We've seen a nice move toward the upside ever since we bounced at 47 cents. You can see the 47 cent range over here, a major structural support, and we do see that diagonal trend line as well, acting as, again, the trajectory of trend right over here. On the short term, we can see a nice strong uptrend has developed. It is clearly in this overall uptrend. Almost looks like we are in some sort of parabolic curve. If we draw a horizontal trend line in, we can go ahead and take this low, drag it across, and we can see our overall trajectory of price action represented by this trend line. And therefore, we can expect a short-term price action to continue in an upward trajectory while we remain above this trend line. If the trend line is lost at any point, we then can look for short-term corrections. So right now, the price action is on an uptrend moving into resistance. We can see right over here, we have the RSI dropping toward the downside, which represents a degree of weakness at resistance. We'll have to go down to a smaller time frame in 1 second. Overall, from this structural chart over here, we can identify this uptrend as both a bearish trigger and a possible entry for long positions, meaning if the price comes back toward this level, you can look for long entries at this level for continuations upwards with tight stop losses below. And if the price action breaks below this level, you can look for continuation downwards back towards these low points around 54 cents. That gap in the VRPV, the gaps in the VRPV right over here. So 59 cents, 57 cents, and 54 cents will be targets. Let's break it down to an even smaller time frame and take a look at what the technicals are suggesting. So let's go down to a 30-minute chart. On the short-term time frame, we saw, again, a massive move up for XRP, and we saw a crazy 8% 1-minute wick toward the downside. Now, this is by no means natural price action. This is obviously an inside trader taking profits, or someone, a massive whale taking profits, or a negative 8% move in a 1-minute candle is pretty impressive. On the short term, we do have a downtrending resistance represented by this trend line. You can see we've actually momentarily broken above this trend line right over here. But more importantly, on a horizontal scale, we do have this horizontal level of resistance, which we have in fact broken above. So on the short term price action, it does look like XRP is breaking upwards, likely to push just a little higher to retest this 70.6 range. Again, retesting the low level of this cluster of price action. If we are able to break above this local high over here, we are likely to see XRP continue back upwards to retest that 73 cent range. Until then, this level is actually going to be acting as resistance, and again, if we break below here, we can definitely expect a continuation downwards. At the moment, on the short-term price action, we can see the POC level is sitting at around 68 cents. We do have a overall short-term uptrend represented by this trend line into a possible ascending triangle formation. If we do lose this uptrending support line, we could potentially see a correction low to retest this and fill this overall wick low. That would take us down to 65 cents. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video, guys. I hope you learned something on the short term. The price action is looking pretty steady. We are now approaching a pretty important level of resistance on the weekly chart. So what does that mean? Really quickly, I'd be cautious taking positions aggressively here. It would be much more favorable to wait for the short term to develop, look for pullbacks towards our short term uptrending trend line for entries on longs, and if that level breaks, you can look for shorts. On the high time frame, XRP is looking very good, but if we do want to see a continuation up to 93, potentially up to $1, we do need to clear over this weekly high. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure to stick around to the end to find out more about Bitget and BingX and the benefits you can get from trading on there. Thanks for watching, catch you guys later, cheers. I wanted to briefly interrupt today's video to discuss the two exchanges we use on this channel, Bitget and BingX. So which exchange should you sign up to? If you look to the right hand side of the screen, you're going to see the list of differences in relation to KYC requirements and the countries these exchanges offer services to. The first link down below being the Bitget link, and the second link down below being the BingX link. No matter which link you sign up to, you're going to get up to 15% discounts on your trading fees, up to $5,000 in trading rewards, and of course, you'll get access to every single MegaWhale exclusive bonus campaign we run on these exchanges. Alongside that, Bitget and BingX are incredibly similar. They are both ranked top 10 in terms of trading volume. They both have extensive liquidity pools and market pairs offering up to 125x leverage. And most importantly, they both offer protection funds for their users to protect you against any third-party hacks. So get started now and support the channel by clicking the links below. Thanks for listening.